Snack lesson! Hello fellow guitar players, welcome to this week's episode of Snack Lessons. Well, it's episode 8 and we've been playing the same lick now for almost 2 months and just varying it a little bit rhythmically and changing the fingering here or there. So now it's time for you to take that lick and make it your own. Vary it a little bit. So maybe you ask yourself now, how can I vary it? So I just want to give you some ideas, but I really would invite you to go on with that lick and make it your own. Find a variation that you like. But what kind of variations can we do? I just show you some ideas. Maybe you can come up with your own. The first idea would be just to play it backwards. So it's no longer that direction, but we play it changing the sound a little bit. Another idea would be to expand the lick onto 4 strings. So if we take the major 7 arpeggio we played last episode, well, there is a F sharp here, which happens to be the 3rd, so we can expand the lick onto the B string. Of course, we can expand it onto the E string as well. For the sake of easier fingering, I switch back to the dominant 7 now and play the C, 8th fret, on the E string. So all of a sudden the lick no longer has 6 notes, but 7 notes, which is an odd grouping. Another idea to turn that lick into an odd grouping would be just double a note. You can double any note, any of that 6. So what else could we do? Of course, I told you I'm not a fan of long licks, but we can actually string a lot of those little groupings together in a harmonical context. Say if we take G major, we can play it up the neck, altering the normal lick with a backward played lick like this. Played on the 5th string, for example. So this would be some ideas. But the coolest thing I think you can do is to add real rhythm to it. Because there is no rule you can take rests within the lick. So for example, let's say I take a rest after every 4th note I've played. Then it would be... So all I'm trying to say here is the variations are endless. And if you play around with that lick, mind you, it's just one little lick and we get all these variations out of it. I think you can cover a lot of ground and really dig into that lick and own it. So have fun exploring all these wonderful variations, all these wonderful possibilities, and see you next week.